We're on. Hi everyone. Welcome. Let me just, give you introductions. That's how this works, right? My name's Kate. This is Goosey Fibers podcast episode. I don't know. I don't remember. And it is a fiber arts knitting specifically, but hopefully as I go along, some crochet and cross stitch, and really it's just a crafting podcast. Did I say my name was Kate? Hi. Oh, I'm tired. I am coming to you from the South Shore of Massachusetts, and I live here with my husband, my son, Goosey. I should just start calling him, his name's August. I just call him Goosey. And our little puppy dog, who you might hear clattering around behind me, Dobby. Welcome. Hi, guys. To my followers, I'm really sorry, you guys, that I have been absent the last, couple weeks. I set out to do a weekly podcast. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the mess behind me. Don't look around. I set out to do weekly podcasts. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do weekly. It's really hard. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have my little dyeing business that I do here at home, and it can just be really hard. And also, I'm not the fastest crafter, and so sometimes it's just frustrating to have nothing to show you guys. And I know that's like a weird stress that we all kind of put on ourselves, but sometimes it feels real, and when I have nothing to show you, or I have the same project over and over and over that I keep showing you, it's just distressing. So I didn't want to do it. And last week I don't know, I got real down. It hit me. I've struggled with depression before in my life. Let's just jump into the heart of it, Kate. But it's generally manageable, or I know how to pull my way out of it. But last week it hit out of nowhere, and it was really tough. It was a hard week. And I've been having insomnia for like almost a month now. So, turning my camera on and opening my computer up this morning was a struggle, but I'm here. I wanted to say hi. I wanted to let you guys know I haven't forgotten you, and I value you, and I really value the time that you spend with me, and I'm really grateful that you keep coming back. So thank you. Let's see. I can't believe it's not been like months. It's only been about a week and a bit, and I completely forget how this works. I keep getting distracted by my messy bookshelf. Oh, okay. I believe I start with finished objects, and I actually have some to show you in a mess around me. Where are they? Okay. Well, let's start with the ones. I also have acquisitions. Maybe I should tell you about that first. I bought a yarn winder, and I bought a Swift, an Amish Swift. I forget the name of the company. It's the same company for both. I think it starts with an S. I don't know. They're literally in a box 5 feet away from me, and I don't care enough to get up. Also, my husband has my son right now, and they're running errands right now. So, my hair. I'm trying to get this done really fast because my son is a handful. He's awesome, and I love his energy, and I love his enthusiasm for everything. But he's a lot. And I actually think I'm going to start doing my podcast maybe on the weekends when my husband can sort of distract him, because I've been doing it on Fridays, and it's exhausting. And I honestly, I feel like you probably can't hear me talking, and he's always just zooming around back and forth and yelling or hamming it up for the camera. And while I think it's cute, it is distracting. So, yeah, so I'm trying to get this done while they're out running errands. Yay, I have the house to myself, me and Dobby. Okay, so I got those acquisitions. I also got sock blockers. That's what they're called, right? I got the little hanging ones. They're just from Amazon. They were pretty cheap. I think they were like $12 for the pair. Pretty cool. And also because handmade socks are a little bit ugly, I think, to show on camera. Like they look great on your feet, but like on camera, they're just these ugly wiggly things. Okay, so I'll show you an example of what I mean. Here's well, other than weaving the ends, I'll just tuck that in and pretend my ends are woven in. Here's a finished object. But look how ugly it is, just to show you. It's like hideous. It's just misshapen. I mean, the pattern is pretty, but it's so misshapen and weird to show you. So I got some sock blockers. Sock blockers. And here they are. Look how pretty. So this was, I did a Hermione's, right? A little cute pattern there. And, oh, that's the one I messed up. I'll show you this one. And I did a heel flap and gusset, which I haven't done in a while. That was the pattern of a vanilla with heel flap and gusset. That was the first sock I ever did. And I did it before I knew how to pick up stitches. And so when it got to the pattern part where it was like, pick up 16 stitches, I was just like, from where? What do you mean? So my first pair of socks they don't fit. But these do. They fit really well. Yay. My big old feet. I have big feet. So I'm really proud of how these came out. These were actually the first sock blank I ever dyed. I think I grabbed what was left of it somewhere. What did I do with it? Sorry, there's going to be a lot of me not knowing, I don't know, my ass from my elbow this week because I'm tired and I'm really not prepared. Oh, there it is. Sorry. This is what's left of my sock blank. It was I had made a stencil of Princess Leia and it came out really badly. It came out so bad. Look at that. It's crazy. It looks like The Crow or like Andy Warhol on crack. I don't know. It's really bad. It has since improved remarkably. It looks just like Leia. And I wish I had it to show you. Hold on a second. I can find it. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so this is actually wrapped up and ready to go because someone just bought it. So this is the most recent Leia, right? Looks a lot better. Except for that dot there. So I'm getting better. I really, I want Andre Sue to quake in her boots when she hears me coming. She will never. She is so talented. But I guess, I know Sue from Legacy Knits, Legacy Fibers, Legacy Knits. I can't remember what they are. She always kind of laughs at herself, right? She always is like, I want a mini yarn empire. And then she laughs, but she's like, no, but really I do. And it's really hard to admit things like that without worrying that people are going to think you're conceited or that you're just completely too big for your britches. But yeah, that's what I want. I'm not close yet. But I want to be a contender with Andre Sue because she's so talented and she is such an inspiration. I just find her work so amazing and she's been truly inspiring. And so I wanna be like her. That is sort of what my goal has been. Anyway, so this is the first. So clearly I was not off to a good start to being Andre Sue's competitor. Oh no. But I liked the colors, and I was like, nobody is gonna buy this sock blank. It looks like a Rorschach ink blot test, right? Like, what do you see? Do you see ovaries? Butterflies? Anyway, so it made some pretty socks though. And it's a learning process, which is something I always have been really hard on myself about. I really wanted to jump into this podcast and be like, I'm an expert in my field. Aren't you all just inspired and in awe of my talent? But no. I am learning as I go, and sock blanks are a real learning process because it's not out there how to do them correctly. Like, Andre Sue clearly figured out how to make it work and how to do these really clean, crisp lines, and the different coloring, and she's so good. And that's her brand, so she's not just going to be telling everybody how to do it themselves, because that would be silly. That's something she clearly put a lot of work into and a lot of research. And I respect her so much, and I just want to be just like her. And yeah, so I have some learning to do. Even just the coloring, I think they're so pretty. I think they're really good springtime socks. But the coloring I'm finding with sock blanks is it does sort of mellow out, right? Like, so this is, I think, so bright. It's not showing just how bright it is. But it's a pretty vivid purple and like a grassy green. But when they're knit up in blanks, they become a little bit more muted because the colors sort of blend together. So yeah, it's a learning process. I just want to be just like her. Anyway, that's the point of the story. So that's one finished object. That was a long, rambling way of talking about my finished object. And you saw the other one. I finished a pair of socks, but I lost the second one pretty quickly afterwards. So I only have the one to show you. Sorry if you see me struggling. I'm putting it on a sock blocker right now. Ta-da! Doesn't that look better presented on a sock blocker? Sock blocker? That sounds wrong to me. But I think it's right. So much better, right? Than an ugly, like, just crumpled up looking thing. So this was just another vanilla pattern. I talked about it the previous couple weeks, I think. This was a Fish Lips Kiss Heel, which I don't think I'm going to be doing too much of anymore. I really don't like how they fit my big old feet. So that's two finished objects. I'm not going to show you my Guernsey sweater. It's getting close to done, but I need to... So yeah, I don't have that to show you. So I can show you, let's just dive into objects in progress. I have no hose to speak of. I have a pair of socks I'm working on. Again, they're 5 feet that way, sitting on my windowsill, and I'm doing apple blossom socks. I forget who the designer is. I will include it in the show notes because she's great, and I bought a bunch of her stuff. She did the snow melt shawl. Kristen with the Yarngasm podcast was talking about her, and I cannot believe I cannot remember her name. Anyway, I bought the snow melt pattern, and I bought apple blossom socks pattern, and they're really cute. I'm doing them in a Christmas colorway, Hippo for Christmas by Lolo Did It, which I had bought back in November, I think. And I have attempted to make a pair of socks with this yarn 3 or 4 different times. And for some reason, every time I was so unhappy with how it was working out that I just kept frogging it. So I'm determined. It's happening. apple blossom socks are going to be permanent. I am not knitting with this yarn again. No, that is not a knock on the yarn. It's really pretty yarn, but I'm done. It has to be knit up and left alone. I don't know why this one particular skein of yarn, I cannot just let it be, but I've been very difficult. Anyway, they're over there. There's nothing to speak of yet, so I'm not going to show it to you. Other than that, I have been working on, it's all crumpled, Secret Keeper by Melanie Berg, who I think, honestly, she's my favorite. I love her designs. I mean, there's so many amazing designs. It's Stephen West and Andrea Mowry and Michelle Wong. So many, but I love Melanie Berg's patterns. I want to make all of them. So Secret Keeper is, sorry, it's all knotted together, is a lace weight shawl, except you hold it double. So I'm doing it in Divinations. My Goosey Fibers colorway Divinations has a lot more purple in it. Well, it's more like a lilac-y blue color. I always think it looks like a hologram, but it just doesn't show up on camera. I'm not going to get into this again. I stressed out about it the last time I podcast. Anyway, so these are all wound? Not skeined. What did I do? It's a ball winder. I wound them. So you hold it double and you make, well, this is what I have so far. So it's really neat. It's got like, the spine down the center, and one side of it is all garter, and the other side is this really pretty lacy pattern, which will look better when it is blocked and finished. But for now, it's just super pretty. Sorry, am I moving too much? Oh, you can see my face. Hi. Anyway, so that's what I have so far. And I've been getting lost in this. I actually have a project I really, really need to start working on, but I didn't have the right size needles for it, and so this got started instead because I had size 4 needles. Just put this over here with finished things I'm done talking about. Anyway, so my my dear friend just had a baby, and so all of my other projects sort of got put on hold. Like I was going to do the So Faded sweater, and I was going to do Yohi Locatelli's mystery shawl, which looks so fun, and I had all my yarn set aside for it, but she went and had a perfect little baby. So I have to make something for her, because I mean, my friend is just the most wonderful lady in the world, and I'm very grateful to her for being my friend. So I just wanted to do something special for her. Excuse me while I look for the pattern. It's over here in this mess of stuff. Oh my God, why can't I find anything today? This is why I should have just stopped with podcasting, because I'm not good at it. Anyway, this is it. It is Knitting for Olive. It's a peacock dress, and it's just so cute. It's fingering weight. My friend is she's such got this old world beautiful vibe about her. So I just wanted to do something that seemed a little bit more old school, lacy. She had a baby girl. So this is, who is this designer? It just keeps saying Knitting for Olive. So I think that's her design company, but I really would like to say her name because she's such an amazing designer. But no, it all says Knitting for Olive. So Knitting for Olive, you've made a beautiful dress that I cannot wait to start on. My needles just arrived on Friday, so I do need to get started. And especially for the baby, I designed a colorway It's called Adoring Adorny. This is actually showing up pretty true to color. It's sort of an antique mauve, which it's just so pretty. I also thought it would be a good color for Kristen Bjargasm. I'll just keep talking about her. Is doing a mauve along, so I might actually enter in that because I think this is a good mauve. It took me a while to remember what mauve was, and I was like, oh, it's this. Cool. Oh my gosh, why do I always get hiccups every time I podcast? Ugh. Anyway, so that's really, I haven't started yet. I need to, I don't know, today or tomorrow I'll get started on the little dress. And then that's all I have for knitting right now. I don't know, I've been mostly a monogamous knitter because it really is just easier for me to settle into a pattern rather than having multiple things all around and never remembering where I am in the pattern and feeling like week to week I just don't have a lot to show. So yeah, back to monogamy for me. So I do have a couple. This is a cross stitch pattern I designed ages and ages and ages ago. Anyway, I was working on it a little bit. Where is it? The part I was working on. Ugh. Sorry, this camera has me kerfuffled. Anyway, down here, I was adding a bunch to this big square. It's just a Berenstain Bears. It's on 18 count Aida? I don't know. But yeah, it was just, it's not for sale or anything. It's just for personal because clearly it's not my art. So I'm pretty sure I can't be selling it. So I just took a page out of the Berenstain Bears No Girls Allowed and turned it into a cross stitch. And it's coming out pretty well. But I lost my mojo. I don't know, it's just been sitting inside our little storage ottoman downstairs. And lastly, for projects I'm working on ages ago, I think in December, I bought this pattern from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is the National Park pattern. It was, I think, a sew along, a stitch along, whatever they call them, SALs. But I didn't buy it in time for it to be an along of any sort, so it's just the full pattern that I have, and I haven't done a ton, but I also don't have a little needle minder because I don't know, they just seem to take up space. So that's what I have so far. Not a lot. I've really lost my cross-stitching mojo, which is crazy because that was like all I used to do forever. It was like I could not, for ages, I could not wait to get home so I could cross-stitch. But I don't know. I don't know where it's gone. So those are all of my projects. Let me tell you a little bit about future projects. So I know a few weeks ago I mentioned I want to do a temperature blanket for August for the first year of his life, which is just a quick recap. It's sort of like for every 10 degrees, say like 0 degrees Fahrenheit to like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. For every 10 degrees you would assign like a color or a colorway to that range, right? And then you just sort of pick a pattern that would show sort of repeating. So like I originally was going to do like a granny stripe. So one whole stripe would be one day, right? And so I would pick the high temperature for that day, and I would use the corresponding colorway, and I would do one stripe in that color, and I would just do corresponding colorway for every single high temperature of every single day of his first year. Did you hear that? Something just made a weird sound in my house. Very like a techie sound. My husband's the tech guy, though, so I don't know what that was. Anyway, but then I saw, who is this? Oh, this is Tin Can Knits. I saw this blanket. Oh, that's just the materials. I don't think that's a problem to show. The pop blanket. I think it's knit. So I don't know. I want to do a crochet blanket, but I like the idea of circles, and each circle would be the temperature of a day. So I'd make the circle smaller, probably. Yeah, and maybe do like a dot blanket, um, as a temperature blanket. So we'll see. I don't know. I like the idea, but I want it to be crochet because I want to learn crochet. I know how to do a chain, and I know like how to do the stitches, but I don't know what they're called. And so when I look at a crochet pattern, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's really frustrating. I get frustrated easily, and I just get upset, and I throw everything to the side, and I give up in a very healthy manner. So that's a future project. Whenever I I should just start it, but I just haven't, because I want to learn crochet first. So I also, future projects. I have that. I got this other pattern from Melanie Berg. This is Whiteout. You're gonna see. I'm like a Melanie Berg junkie. I cannot get enough. She's so talented. I love her so much. Her patterns are so easy to follow. They're so feminine and pretty, and I think they're really classic, that I could wear over and 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 over again. So I want to do that. I do want to do the Locatelli knit along. I don't know. I'm probably, like every other mystery knit along, I'm probably not going to get around to it until it's already been done by everybody else, and then I'll do it. Okay, and so I bought a cross stitch pattern from Satsuma Street for Christmas time. So she has it, it's like a wall hanging thing, right? See how it's just hangs on the wall, and it's so pretty, and it's so colorful. I just love it. But I was actually thinking of, and I actually contacted her. I'm thinking of extending the pattern. So it's like, this is the whole thing, but I was thinking of actually adding maybe another star, and then reversing the pattern and making it extend and making a table runner, which I think could be really cool. Like maybe do this and a table runner. I don't know. I've never really decorated the house for Christmas, ever, but it's, I've always rented, and we've always moved so much that I've always been sort of like don't hold on to things. If they're heavy to move, like just get rid of it. And so things that I considered purely ornamental by nature, I just never kept or never even bought, because we were just going to move, and it was just going to be something thrown in a box and maybe forgotten. So yeah, it didn't happen. But now we own a home, and I can decorate it and, give August a really, fun place to grow up and give him memories. So that's what I want to do. This coming winter, I really hope to make it really Christmassy, and, even for Halloween, I want to do decorations and just make it like a home, make a house a home. Sorry, can you tell I'm really congested? Anyway, I think that's it for future stuff. Other than, I want to do a Stephen West eyeball shawl. I want to start finding patterns also that I can showcase my yarn, because I have a real problem with gift knitting. It's like all I do. Everything I knit is almost always for somebody else, and I never get to keep it. And so, which is great, and you know, nice, who doesn't like knitted projects. Probably, probably a lot of people don't, but I like to give them. But I have this shop of mine, and I have all these colorways, and I'm always making more, and I never have anything to show them, and so I've been feeling really stressed out about that, because if people want to see what it looks like, even just a swatch, I don't have anything. And so I need to start doing patterns that I can actually showcase my colors. Yeah. So that's sort of my goal for the rest of the year, to sort of do, I don't know, is it called selfish knitting? Because it's not even for me still, it's for my shop. Right? Right? Anyway, that is really it for what I've been working on. So I guess it's now just sort of the general chatter section of the podcast. And sorry, gosh, I'm so congested. My house everyone's been sick for like 2 weeks now. Ugh, it's been a rough few weeks. I had, let's see, general chatter. I don't know. I had a giveaway. I don't remember if I talked about that last time or not, but it ended on Thursday, and I already picked the winner. I don't remember her name, but she was really super sweet, and I'm sending her yarn out, I think tomorrow. I think I just started whispering. Sorry about that, especially because I don't know what's going on outside, but our road is busy today. And it's also like nice out. It's like 72 degrees and sunny, so everyone's outside doing yard work. Yarn on the brain. So note to self, don't whisper. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about. The giveaway. Someone won. She was super sweet. I hope it made her day. She said she was having a bad day, so I hope that made it a little bit brighter, and I'll be sending her yarn along very soon. Let's see. I wanted to give a shout out to Dawn, Crafty Mama. I know. You know how you watch something often enough and you stop seeing it exactly? I know on Instagram she's Crafty Mama 73, and I cannot remember if her podcast is Crafty Mama 73 or if it's Crafty Mama. But either way, look for both. She's so great. I think she's done 3 podcasts now, and she's so charming. I just love her so much. I feel like we're meant to be friends. She's so cute. And I just want to say thanks, because you gave my podcast a shout out, which is so sweet. And I also thought it was so funny. I started laughing because she mentioned August, Goosey, running around in the background. And she was very kind. She said he's like energetic or something, which is like such a really sweet. I would call him feral. I often tend to feel like I invited a coyote to just come live with us. But he is fun. So thanks for not being annoyed by him. So I just really wanted to encourage everybody to go watch Dawn, because she's awesome. And she's just super pumped about knitting. And she's starting her own her first pair of socks, which is really cool. So yay. Hi, Dawn. Let's see, who else? I feel like hesitant to really, I haven't been watching a ton of podcasts lately, and the ones that I do know, you guys all know them, my absolute favorite podcaster is Katie from Inside 23. She's got like 11,000 followers, so if you're watching me for a knitting podcast, I'm sure you already know who she is. And same Kristen Yarngasm, Legacy Sue and Chelsea with Legacy Knits. Like, it's all like, you guys know them. It's all the big names. Amy from Stranded Dye Works. She's so funny. Oh my God, she's so funny. Yeah, these are the people who've, inspired me and who I hope someday to be friends with. Hey Sister podcast. I love them. But they have really busy lives, so they don't podcast super regularly. But when they do, I just find them unbelievably charming. yeah, I'm not good at recommending podcasts because you guys know them already. It's not like I'm introducing you to something new. Um, so yeah, those are my recommendations podcast wise. I have other recommendations if you want. I brought one out. I actually started reading this book the other night and I love it. It's been on my like Goodreads to read list forever now. The Mothers, Britt Bennett. I will say I judge a book by its cover. Because often I think the better the cover, the more interested a publishing house is in it. Like they're more willing to put money and time into making a good cover, which means they have faith in this book. So judge a book by its cover. I mean, not always, but there's certainly diamonds in the rough out there. But generally, I think it's not that bad of an idea. I mean, don't judge people by their looks, but go ahead, judge a book by its cover. Maybe unpopular advice, but it's always worked for me. Anyway, this is her debut novel, and it is so good. This is the type of writing that for decades, I'm 35. For 20 years, I wanted to be a writer so badly. I would write stories, and I am a decent writer, but I don't really understand what it takes to write a book. It seems like I don't have the patience for it. And so I really gave up on that dream, especially when I found yarn dyeing. I found something that I think I'm more suited for, because you get results right away. It suits my impatient nature. So yeah, I recommend that if you love reading. I clearly do. This is one of like 5 huge bookshelves, and they are always overflowing with books. And these are only the books that we kept in our move across the country. I am an avid reader. I love reading. I love how it transports you to other places. Blah, 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 reading. Sorry, my whole head is so stuffed up right now, so I'm trying to sort of rush through the rest of this. What else do I recommend? We saw 2 weeks ago, Get Out. It's like a horror movie, and it was really good. I've always sort of enjoyed like suspense horror movies, but lately the last few years, I've been a real baby about even that. Like, I like it, but I don't, because I think the horror movie genre has really been pervaded with like grotesquerie. I really don't like torture porn crap. I really don't like it. I don't just get unsettled, I get really upset because I always think there's something wrong with someone who could even write a script like that and imagine these things. And sorry, did you just hear that? Someone just liked my shop. Aw, thanks, Brandy. It's so exciting. Yeah, I get really unnerved thinking that there's people out there that think these really horrible things to do to people, even if it's imaginary. It weirds me out. So I've been really veering away from horror, but this was not like that. It was so great, and it felt like there was a lot of nods to like past sort of respected horror movies. Like, there was definitely sort of a nod towards Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is definitely a classic, but I can't watch it. I watched it once and it made me cry. So I don't like it, but I respect the this cinematography, because it's sort of everything's drawn back really far, like you're looking down hallways, and it really adds an ambiance to something. And Get Out was doing that a lot, and it definitely, knowing that was like something directing style used in Texas Chainsaw, made me really nervous. It filled me with the sense of dread throughout the whole movie, and it was also really funny. It was good. The acting was amazing. I just forgot her name. She played Marnie in Girls. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. She's so talented. Allison Williams. So talented. Her acting skills are crazy good. And if you've seen it, then you know what I mean, but I don't want to give anything away. So she's great. The main character, I really wish I looked into this a little bit more before talking about it. Oh, hello. Someone just bought something. Hi. Wow. My shop's popular today. Yay. Andre Sue, watch out. No. Andre Sue is like, one, never heard of me, and two, if she even hears that I'm like, I'm coming for you, she's gonna be like, get out of here, chump. Anyway, I forget the main character's name. He was amazing. He was so good. I liked him so much, and I liked his best friend. Everyone was just so good. So good. And also Josh from The West Wing was in it, and I love him. I love The West Wing. So that was great. That was last Friday, or the Friday before last. I always get this wrong. I don't know, 2 weeks ago, that's when we watched that. Is that last Friday or the Friday before last, if I'm saying this on a Sunday? I don't know. Anyway, my husband makes fun of me for that all the time. I don't know how to talk about time. Okay, so this past Friday, 2 days ago, we watched, what did we watch? Oh, we watched Logan, the Wolverine in the future business, and it was good. I saw why everyone liked it, I think. I love comics. You can see they're scattered throughout my bookshelves even. Oh my god, how does this work? Up there somewhere. There's comics everywhere. My husband and I both love comics. I love Marvel. I really enjoy their movies. I enjoy comic book movies. And Logan was beautiful, but it was unbelievably depressing. I don't know. It just made me sad. It was so good too, and it was so good, but I don't know that I know what the point of it was. Like, it kind of felt like, hey, we made this Wolverine movie just to make you sad and feel lousy. Like, hey, like, a hero that you may have grown up with is, like, having a hard time. Yay. I don't think I'd watch it again, but I did really like it, and it really did keep my interest the whole time. As far as that goes, I'm always knitting in front of the TV, but that doesn't mean I'm not paying attention. I am. So yeah, it was depressing, but it was beautiful, and it was really good, and the acting obviously was phenomenal. I think it was Hugh Jackman's last turn as Wolverine, which is depressing, because he's a great Wolverine. I know when he was first cast all those years ago, all the nerds were like, he's too tall, but I don't care. He's a great Wolverine. So yeah, that was what we watched. Last night we watched Handmaid's Tale. It's really good. I love it. I never read the book. I love Margaret Atwood, and I definitely feel like her writing is almost like the antithesis to Ayn Rand's writing. They're like, it's almost like they wrote about the same things, but like from completely different perspectives. So that's sort of fun. Anyway, that's about it for recommendations, I think. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to jump into shop update before my husband and my little baby coyote get home. Let's see. It's been 2 weeks. I've made a few new colorways. Anyway, oh, I should say, if you are not interested in shop updates, that's cool. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, I don't know if you'll see me next week or the week following. I don't think I'm going to be on Fridays anymore. It's just too hard with a feral 2-year-old running around my house. But hopefully the weekends. And if you're leaving now, thank you so much for joining me. Mwah. And if you're staying, shop updates. So yeah, I've made a couple new colorways. I'll just jump into it. This is not scanned up well. Sorry about that. I just sort of rescued it from my dog's mouth, which means this will be mine. This is Harry's Leaky Highlighter. Yeah, I really like it. I love grays and I love colors on grays. I've been avoiding that sort of aesthetic though because I know that's like Lolo did its sort of thing. It's like she has all these hippo colorways and they're all sort of gray bases with colors, and so I don't want to copy her. But I don't think she has a colorway like this, so it's mine. So this is Harry's Leaky Highlighter. I liked the idea of Harry sort of like studying for the owls and like having his highlighter leak everywhere, because that definitely happened to me a lot in my wizarding studies. Yeah, there's that. I have a couple of one-of-a-kinds. This is like always on crack, essentially. I just went crazy with the red dye when I was speckling, and it went everywhere. My water immersion was too high, and it turned everything very pink. But I like it, so I just have it listed as a one-of-a-kind. It's a lone wolf, if you will. So there's that. Not really a colorway. This is the same thing. I'm calling this birch tree. I think I called it birch tree. It's in the shop. It's so pretty. It's much more tealy, like a greenish blue than it's showing. And well, the brownish orange is pretty true to color, but the blue is much more, there's more green in it, more teal. This is like my favorite color I've ever done, and I didn't write it down. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I did to get this and try and recreate it. But for now, it's just by itself, and it's so pretty. I love it so much. So hopefully I can recreate it. Let's see. Oh, I started carrying a couple new bases in the store. This is scanned up so terribly. Sorry. I traded out, I had a Goosey Halo base, but it was like 10% mohair and nylon and superwash merino. And I liked it, but it didn't do it for me. I wanted fuzzy. I know, like, I was inspired, Stephen West did that Marled Magic shawl, and it looks like he uses mohair throughout, and it gives it this beautiful halo. I wanted something more like that. So, what? Ignore that. So, I found something with more. Look at that. This is 70% mohair and 30% silk. It is so soft. Like, I know it just sounds like I'm just selling it, but you guys, it's so soft. I can't even. It's actually not even listed in my store yet. I need to get on that. I just love how the colors are muted and pop in other places. I love how it sort of absorbs the color, and oh my god, if you could touch it, it is the softest thing I've ever felt. I cannot wait to make something with this. This one's probably mine. But you can have some too, I suppose. I do have to list it at some point. Oh, I just love it so much. It's sort of like, I can't really decide what weight it is. It's sort of like between lace weight and fingering weight. It might be just like a light fingering weight, but I love it so much. And okay, I have one more new colorway. This is called Wizarding Wheezes, and it is lots of orange and purple with little bits of blue throughout. But it's just a nice variegated. I think it's so pretty. So this is it in my Goosey sock. I also have a new base. Again, it's DK weight, which I don't think I've listed yet in my shop, but because I actually need to dye the colorways in it. Here's DK. So this is Wizarding Wheezes in DK weight. Ugh, so squishy. I think it's actually called Goosey Squish is what I'm going to be calling my DK base. Ugh, I love it. And I did this one. I wish I kept it in the skein, but I couldn't wait. I wound it up. So this is it in my mohair base, my Goosey Halo, my new Goosey Halo base. Oh my God. It is so soft. I cannot handle it. Excuse me. And then I added a couple things to the shop. I don't remember if I showed you this before, but I'm pretty happy with it. I am happy with it. I don't know why I'm being hard on myself. This is my flamingo sock blank. I have a few of them up in the shop right now. A few of them have to actually get sent out. They got sold. So I don't know how many are left. Probably only a couple. But those are my flamingos. This is sort of inspired by the Audubon image of flamingos. I like it. I haven't knit anything with it yet. I haven't kept one for myself yet. I really want to see how they knit up. And this is a new one in a new style of painting sock blanks too. Trying to get a little bit more detail work, more like Andre Sue. It should just be called, like, this episode should just be called I Want to Be Andre Sue. So this is brand new. I just made this yesterday. This is called Family Reunion. It's just, it'll get better. This is obviously my first try, so I need to change the colors a little bit. So this one might be for me unless someone wants it. I don't know. But there's like a little... I like the idea of, like, this is, like, the good bear that was like, all right, everybody, for Grandma's Christmas, we're going to do a family portrait and, like, wear your best Christmas sweater. And I just like how nobody else got dressed up. I don't know. I just love it. This was just actually a drawing that I can show you. I don't know. I love, like, children's book illustrations, so I like to draw in that style. So I had drawn this up and then sort of practiced it a little bit and was trying to sort of figure out how to get it on a sock blank, because sock blanks are really difficult. If you've ever dyed them up, it's wool, so the color just goes everywhere, and this is what I meant with Andre Sue really clearly devised a style, and I'm trying to just sort of figure out what she does to get her lines so crisp and perfect and her images so clean. And I'm on the right track, clearly, because doing something this detailed is no small feat, you know. I'm on the right track, pretty sure. So yeah, family reunion. I like that one bear is like growling and one's in sunglasses. And I love my sassy panda. Oh my God. I love her. I love how she looks like she's wearing a shawl. I just love her. She's so sassy. So good. And I love my little Hufflepuff polar bear here. I have him like in a little Hufflepuff scarf because I'm a Hufflepuff. That's right. Proud of it. Anyway, so I'm on the right track. I've been trying other drawings and sort of figuring out, like, what would I want to put on sock blanks, because I don't want to copy Andre Sue. She does really cool, like, images, right? Like, she does, like, moths and hedgehogs, and really cool images. But I like illustrations, like children's illustrations. I like a picture to sort of tell a story. Um, so that's sort of like what pictures, what stories would I want to tell with sock blanks, I guess, with my illustrations. So I have another one that I'm going to be working on today. This is sort of just the rough draft. I drew this up pretty quickly yesterday. I'm going to try and get this onto a sock blank somehow. So this is like Max from Where the Wild Things Are, and I like the idea that he's sort of dressed as a dinosaur and then meets like a dinosaur. Um, so yeah, oh, my husband's home. Yeah, and I have a few more ideas. So I don't know, stay tuned. I really hope this becomes something that I get to be really proud of. Anyway, I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and thank you for coming back after my absence. I love you guys so much. I am so grateful for you, and I really, I don't know, thank you so much, you guys. Have a great week, and until I talk to you again, happy crafting!